Solid Foundation, Israelite Academy, 2019. Once again, guys, I am your host, Shabar Judah Israel, and on today, I'm going to give you another awesome lesson. And the title of discussion would be that words are spells. Words are spells. Your words are truly spells. That's the topic of discussion. Please like this video and share it. If you don't like it, then I understand. But if you do like it, please share it with others to let them truly enter and understand that words are truly spells. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. I usually wait till brothers and sisters come into the room, but in this case, I'm not going to wait for the sake of time. I need to be out and about, and I need to get a couple things completed. So, words are spells. What you're going to need for this video, you're going to need a Bible, a pen, and a composition book to take notes. So once again, you'll need a Bible, pen, composition book to take notes. What's the topic of discussion? Your words are truly spells. And I'm going to explain it. So here we go. So the first book, chapter, and verse that I'm going to go to in the Bible is Proverbs 18:21. That's Proverbs 18:21. Proverbs 18:21. And this is what it reads. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can pan in and read along with me. All right? I promise you this is not a long lesson. All right? Proverbs 18:21. Now, Proverbs 18:21, it reads, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So death and life lies within the power of the tongue. So choose your words wisely. Watch what you say to others, because your words, you guessed it, they are truly spells. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Words are energy. Choose them wisely. So guys, if you never knew that, now you should know. Words are energy. What are words? Words are simply spoken thoughts. So perception has to take place before the uttering process. So first, the mind perceives, and then the mind utters. So what are your words? They are spoken thoughts. You converse thoughts into words, which is energy that's released. So be wise on how you converse with others, or how you conversate with others. Let's show you for the last time Proverbs 18:21. Now we showed you Proverbs 18:21 in the King James. Proverbs 18:21 in King James, it says death and life are in the power of the tongue. Now let me show you how it reads today in a more contemporary Bible, which is the Good News Bible. So let's see how it would be reworded today in a contemporary Bible. Proverbs chapter 18, 21 in the Contemporary Bible today. How would we say it today? What you say can preserve life or destroy. So you must accept the consequences of your words. That's right. The King James reads, Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So basically, death and life. Death in reference to a curse, and life in reference to a blessing. So blessing and curses is what you bring into fruition by what you utter. So you can speak death over your life, which is a curse, or you can speak life over your life, over your existence, which is a blessing. It's up to you. So if you are cursed, that's because you utter things in terms of negativity. If you're blessed, which in reference to life, and you're truly living, that's because you utter things in reference to positivity. Okay? So a lot of people don't know that. Because blessing and cursing is what you make it. Heaven and hell is what you make it. Now, let's go on. Because I told you guys that I wasn't going to make this lesson long. So I don't want this lesson to be over 20 minutes. So let's go in James chapter 4 in the New Testament. Because we already discovered in Proverbs 18:21 that life and death lies within the tongue. So let's go to James chapter 4 in the New Testament. All right, guys. This is James chapter 4. And we are going to begin with James chapter 4. I believe it's James chapter 4. It could be James chapter 5. Let's go over to James chapter 5. I believe it's James chapter 4. It talks about the tongue. It talks about the potential of the tongue. So this is James chapter 4. Let me grab that, guys, right quick. I'm not sure where to start, but James chapter 4. Is it James chapter 4? Or is it James chapter 3? I'm so sorry. Guys, it is James chapter 3, not James chapter 4, but James chapter 3. So let's look into the third verse of James, and let's start with the fifth. Let's look into the third chapter, the chapter 3 of James, and let's commence with the fifth verse. James chapter 3, verse 5. Okay, now watch this. James 3 and 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member. So the tongue is very small. We know that. Very small organ in the mouth. It's a little member, but it can boast great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. You see that? Because you can start a whole forest fire from a cigarette spark. And just like the tongue, James 3 and 6. And the tongue is a fire. So your tongue is likening into a fire or a flame. James 3 and 6 says the tongue is a fire. So when you look closely at the tongue, it looks like a flame of fire. And it flickers just like a flame that burns upon a candle. The tongue flickers just like a flame. So the tongue is figuratively categorized as a flame of fire. All right. Now let's see what this flame of fire can do to the body. We see Dwayne Ellis is watching. We appreciate you. Peace and much love, my brother. All right. So James 3 and 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defiles the whole body, and it sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. So we can see the potential of the tongue. The tongue is likened into a fire, and it's a whirl of iniquity, because we can speak many negative things using the tongue. And it also, it corrupts the whole body, and it sets on fire the course of nature. Now, so Dwayne Ellis, we're talking about words or spells, so choose them wisely. So now we're going to go on to James chapter 3, verse 7. James 3 and 7. For every kind of beasts and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed and had been tamed of mankind. So mankind has been able to tame beasts of the field, birds, serpents, and things of the sea. That is, the creatures within the sea has been, able to be tamed by man. Well, let's see what is not to be able to be tamed by man. Let's see what is so hard to be tamed. James 3 and 8. But the tongue can no man tame. It is unruly, evil, full of deadly poison. So the tongue, no man can seem to tame. If you can tame your tongue, then that's mind over matter. And I salute you, brothers and sisters, who can tame the tongue, because most of us cannot bring the tongue under subjection. So the tongue basically can no man tame, and it's unruly, and it's evil, and it's full of deadly poison. And James 3 and 9 says, therefore, we bless God with the tongue, because we give divine service with the tongue, even the Father, and wherewith, and we curse man with the same mouth organ that we give divine service with God to, which are made after the similitude of God. So the tongue can speak negative things, and the tongue can speak positive things. The tongue can sometimes also be bittersweet. All right. So now, guys, James 3 and 10. Out of the same mouth proceeded blessings and cursings. That's why I told you the Bible can be, not the Bible, but the tongue can be bittersweet. We'll bless someone with the tongue, and then many hours later, we'll turn around and curse someone with the same tongue. My brothers, this thing ought not to be. So we need to gain self-control over the tongue, brothers, because like I said, words cast spells. That's why it is called spelling. And words are energy, so choose them wisely, because what you say, what comes out of your mouth, can actually be casting a spell on that brother or that sister. Okay. And this is James 3 and 11. Does a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? James 3 and 12. Can the fig tree, my brothers, bear olive berries, either a vine figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh water. So in other words, make up your mind. When you converse with others, when you conversate with others, make up your mind. Is your conversation is going to be positive conversation, or is your conversation is going to be a negative conversation? You know what they say. If you cannot say anything positive, then do not simply say anything at all. So that's on you. The tongue. That's on you to use the tongue to bring forth life, which is blessings. And it's on you to use the same tongue to bring forth death, which is in reference to curses. So your tongue, brothers and sisters, Brother Ray, peace and much love to you. Glad you could be a part of this lesson. Your tongue can determine your heaven or hell. Your tongue can determine your blessings. Your tongue can determine curses. So be wisely on the words that you choose in terms of conversating with others, because you can speak blessings over your life, or you can simply speak curses over your life. You can speak death over your life, or you can speak blessings in your life. All right. So before I close out, let me go into the analytics of using certain terms to show you that, guys, words cast spells. Words cast spells. So you can be the biggest witch of all time. You can be the biggest sorcerer of all time. You can be the biggest warlock of all time. You can be the biggest witch of all time. Because when you conversating with others, you using these words. While you're using these words, just know that you are casting spells. And that's why it's called spelling. So when we was coming along in school, the teacher would oftentimes teach us literature, and they would teach us how to spell. So they was teaching us while we was coming up in school. We was unaware of it. We did not know. We was unconscious of it. But as we was coming up in school, they was teaching us how to be witches and warlocks. They was teaching us how to be wizards. How they was teaching us how to be wizards and witches coming up in school. The teachers were teaching us on how to spell. So when you're taught how to spell, you're taught the mechanics of using sorcery. And you cannot get words unless you spell them. So when we was coming up, we was being taught how to be witches and wizards unknowingly. That's why your words can cast spells on others. So be careful how you use them. Be careful what you spew out of your mouth and what you say, because your words are energy, guys. For the last times, if words were spells, what are you casting and conjuring for yourselves and others? Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. So use your words and your energy wisely, guys. Please. Please, guys. Okay? Word magic. Word magic. How words can be used as magic spells. How the things that you say can be used as magic spells. And if you don't believe me, just stay tuned. Now watch this. Let's go to the canvas. So we brought out in Proverbs 18:21. Proverbs said that Proverbs 18:21 says that death and life lies within the power of the tongue, meaning that blessings and curses, right? So we seen that in Proverbs 18:21, and we took you to James, the 4th chapter in the New Testament, starting with, Salat. We took you to James, the 3rd chapter in the New Testament, beginning with the 5th verse, and it was telling you how the tongue is a little member, that how even though being so little, the tongue is like a fire that can set the whole body on fire, and that can defile the whole body. Now watch this, guys. Let me plug my phone up because I don't want to lose this footage. So my phone is plugged up. Now let's go into the folder, and I'm going to write down certain things in terms. I'm going to show you guys that words can be used as magic spells. I'm going to show you that words can be used as magic spells. Watch this. Watch this. So watch this. Now, guys, if you don't know what this is, if you don't know what this is, this right here that I'm drawing, this is a school. This is a schoolhouse. A schoolhouse. It's not the best schoolhouse, but it's not the worst schoolhouse. It's just for illustration only. All right? Here's the dome. This is a schoolhouse. Okay? And here's the grass and so forth. So this is a schoolhouse, and I want you guys to pay very close attention because this is very imperative. So this is a schoolhouse. Now watch this right here. These are the double doors that you come into the schoolhouse. So this is the schoolhouse. Let's draw. They have the American flag. You know how like a school. This is the schoolhouse, and they have the American flag. So guys, this is a schoolhouse. This is a schoolhouse, right? Here's the walkway. Here's the walkway. So this is a schoolhouse, guys. Now, did I not say that I'm going to show you how words can be used as magic spells? Let me show you. Let me show you for the last time, Brother Ray, Dwayne Ellis. Word magic. How words can be used as magic spells. So feast your eyes on this because we need to be wise on the words that we choose. So I'm going to show you guys. If you never came in terms of knowing this, word magic, how words can be used as magic spells. So are you guys ready? So let's take the schoolhouse for example. So this is a schoolhouse. And right here are the double doors. Now, so when the school bus, let's draw the school bus, guys. Let's draw the school bus. So we're drawing the school bus. Here's the school bus. There's the school bus, right? Here's the schoolhouse. This is the school bus. Like I said, guys, just like I say, I know it's not the best school bus in the world. I'm just using this for educational purposes only. So here is the school bus, guys. Here's the school bus. Now, watch this. Just pay close attention. So, when the students arrives at the school, when the students arrives at the schoolhouse to get off the school bus, when they get off the school bus, the students, they are walking within the school entrance. So you see the students, they are walking, making their way to the entrance. They're getting off the bus and they are making their way to the school entrance, right? Now, this is where the students will enter the schoolhouse. And this right here, guys, I want you to see. I'm circling it. The reason why I'm circling it, because what is the area that's circled? It is called the entrance. Listen to me. It's called the entrance. It's called an entrance. So this is the school bus dropping the students off, and they are going in the schoolhouse through this entrance. So this is called the school entrance. The double doors are called the school entrance. So did we not tell you that words can be spells? Watch this, Dwayne Ellis and Ray Odoms. So when the children are making their way to enter into the schoolhouse, they are going through what you call the school entrance. So let's dissect this. Let's analyze entrance. So when you break entrance down, it is in a trance. It's in a trance. It's in trance. It's in a trance. So it's the school entrance. So while the students are entering the schoolhouse, going through the school entrance, they are entering a trance. That's why it's called entrance. Because when you go through once these students go through these double doors, the schoolhouse has nothing but lies to offer these students. Because when you're going to school, all you're being taught is lies. When you're going to school, especially concerning history, U.S. history, American history, economics. When you go to school and being taught these things, the schoolhouse is nothing but a lie house that teaches you nothing but lies. So as you begin to enter the school entrance, as the students begin to walk through the school entrance, they will go through a trance. You see that? They are entering a trance. So your students, okay, guys, see this? See this? This is what's being done to the students in school. As they go to school, as they walk through the doors, as they walk the doors, they are entering the school, which when they come into school, they are in a trance, an entrance. Entrance means to enter a trance or to go in trance, to go within a trance. See? To enter a trance, to enter a trance. School entrance, to enter a trance. And while you're in school, they're going to cast spells on you. This is why when you go to school, they teach you how to spell. Now watch something else, guys. Watch this. A sausage. A sausage. So let's draw a sausage on a bun. A sausage dog. Okay, guys. I want you to see this. So this is a sausage on a bun. Watch this. This is a sausage dog. Okay. A sausage on a bun. So this is your bun. And this is in the middle a sausage. A sausage dog. All right. This is a sausage dog. Dwayne Ellis, Brother Ray, Jimmy Blake. This is a sausage dog. Now, did I not tell you that we talking about word magic? How words can be used as magic spells. So this is a sausage dog. My question is, the Bible tells us that the worst meat that you can eat on earth is pork. And this can be found in Leviticus, the 11th chapter, and also Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter. Leviticus, the 11th chapter in the Bible tells you that pork is the worst type of meat that can ever be consumed on the earth. And that's facts. Because we know that the hog is a scavenger. The hog is the scavenger of the earth. A hog helps keep the earth clean. Now, Leviticus, the 11th chapter. Now, watch this. Let's go down to Leviticus 11:7 in the Bible. Leviticus 11:7. And the swine. What is the swine? The swine is the modern day pig. Leviticus 11:7. And the pig, though he divides the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. That means that he does not digest his food well. He does not regurgitate his food. So he does not digest his food really well. He is unclean to you. Okay. So we know that the pig does not do so well in digesting his food. That's why he sweat out toxins. The reason why a hog has to waddle around in the mud to keep cool, because the pig does not sweat. So he waddles around in the mud to keep cool. And also a pig extracts toxins from his flesh. So the pig is the most unclean animal to put in your mouth on the earth. How many people love sausage, bacon, hog titterlings, hog maws, Boston butt, pork ribs, and so forth. Hot dogs, bologna, salami, pepperoni, all that is hog. The Bible says that we are not to consume the pig. This is in Leviticus, the 11th chapter. So, let's go back to the sausage dog. So if you still want to continue to eat sausage, I'm going to let you do just that. Because we're talking about word magic here. How words can be used as spells. So what is they trying to tell you? When you break down the word sausage, okay, guys, are you following me? I hope everything is clear. I hope the video is not lagging. Okay. So when you break down the word sausage, this is what you get. Saul's age. Sausage. Saul's age. Saul's age. Pork cuts your lifespan in half. It contracts your lifespan. So you want to continue to eat pork, you're going to die at an early age. Thus, sausage, because it's the type of meat that contracts your life, and it's Saul's age. It cuts your lifespan in half. Sausage, Saul's age. See that? So we're talking about word magic. Just like when you go into the schoolhouse, the students are basically, the students are being brainwashed when they go to school. And as they enter the school entrance, they enter a trance. They enter into a trance. As you eat the sausage dog, this type of meat, which is forbidden, pork is forbidden. But if you're going to continue to eat sausage, it's Saul's age. You come up with high blood pressure. You come up with trichinosis. You come up with gout. You come up with trichina worms in the brain. Sausage, pork is heavily overloaded also with parasitic worms. So this is the type of meat that will cut your goddamn life in half. Jimmy Blake, Ray Odom, Dwayne Ellis. Over, enter, and understand word magic. Let's continue to move on. So, now, we went over 2 terms. Watch this, guys. Let's go over birthdays. Let's go over birthdays. 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 This is the cake. All right, guys. And this is the candle on the cake. So let's go over birthdays, guys. Birthdays. Birthdays. Birthday parties. Oh my gosh. Birthdays. Birthdays. So let's go over birthdays. And what are we dealing with? What is this lesson entitled? Your words can be spells. So we need to enter and understand word magic, how words can be used as magic spells in terms of birthdays. So let's say your parents, mother and father, they have a child, which is a little boy. And this little boy, you know, he progressed. He goes through months and months and months until eventually he becomes 1 year old. So mother and father decides to throw a birthday party for their child. So mom and daddy wants to throw a birthday party for their child. Now on the birthday cake, they're going to put one candle on the birthday cake because we know that a candle, watch this, guys. We know that a candle represents the age. So a candle represents the age. So since their little boy made 1 year old on the earth, he's been on the earth for 1 year, they will put one candle on the top of the birthday cake. Now what did they do? They would light this candle, guys. Watch this. I'm going to show you how detrimental, how dangerous that words can be spelled. I'm going to show you how dangerous this shit is. Watch this. We're talking about word magic. You better be careful what you do. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. What you ought to do? Words are energy, so choose them wisely. Let's go back. So when mother and father, little son turns 1 year old, they will put a candle on the top of the birthday cake to symbolize his age. And what they would do, they would light this candle up. Now, as they light the candle, they would tell their son to close his eyes and make a goddamn wish. All right? So now, guys, listen to me. So after he closed his eyes, and make a wish, he blows out the candle. After mother and father, son, which made 1 year, he gets one candle on the top of the cake. After he closes his eyes and make a wish, he blows out the light. He blows out the light. He blows out the light. What you guys need to enter and understand, what mama and daddy don't know, is that you are cursing your life when you celebrate your birthday. You are cursing your life when you put candles on the top of that goddamn birthday cake. Me being 33 years old, I don't teach my sons this bullshit because we are profound people. We are very intelligent people. Many people don't know how to get out this matrix, but we are very intelligent people. So I don't teach my children birthdays. And you shouldn't teach your children that neither. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're teaching your children birthdays, you don't give a fuck about your children. And I'm going to tell you why. Until you wake up and enter and understand what the fuck is going on in this matrix, you're going to continue to curse your children unknowingly. Because every time you celebrate a birthday, you're doing nothing but cursing your offspring. And I'm going to show you this. Because words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. So you want to go ahead and celebrate your children's birthday? Go ahead. Watch this. Let's go back to the canvas. So when you celebrate your children's birthday, you put the candles on the birthday cake. When you put the candles on the birthday cake, you just don't put candles on the birthday cake. What you do is, if your child, whatever age your child turns, that's how many candles you would put on the birthday cake. So when you put these candles on that birthday cake, you would tell your children to make a wish, close their eyes, make a wish, and after they have made their wish, you would tell your child to blow out all those candles. But what you don't realize, that light on that candle, that represents their life. That light on that candle represents that light that burns on that candle. That light represents your child's life. That light on that candle represents the spirit. The spirit of man is the light. So within your body, the spirit burns. Within your body, within the human flesh, the spirit is the light of the candle that burns. Even when you go into the Bible tells you that the spirit of a man is in comparison to the light. So when your child blows out that candle, he's blowing out his spirit. He's blowing it. He's committing suicide. Watch this, guys. Watch this. You don't have to believe me. We're going into the Bible. We're going into the Bible. You don't have to believe me. We're going to show you in the Bible. Watch this. Let me pick me a book, chapter, and verse in the Bible. Okay, let's look at Hebrews 1 and 7. This is Hebrews 1 and 7 in the Bible. And of the angels, he said, now the angels, we are angels. We are angels. We are angels, guys. But what makes us human beings, what makes us terrestrial beings is that we are angels that are trapped inside the human flesh. See, once an angel gets put in a body, he becomes what you call a human being. He becomes what you call a human. So we are angels, but we are just trapped in human flesh. We will not become fully divine until we die. See, after we die, when the spirit evacuates the body, once the spirit separates from the flesh, the spirit becomes fully an angel again. So we all are angels, but we are just trapped in human flesh. So now we've been subjugated. You feel me? So guys, what is a human being? A human being is a fallen angel. That's what a human being is. A human being is a fallen angel. So we are angelic creatures, but the angel is the spirit that is trapped in the flesh. So since the spirit has received the body, it's not no longer fully angel anymore. After the body dies, the spirit returns to God who gave it. And then you fully become divine again. You can never truly fully be divine until you die. So when you die, your spirit comes out the body to truly be fully divine again. So we are angelic beings, but we are angels that have been trapped in the flesh. And this flesh are prisons. This flesh is a prison. This flesh is a prison. That's why when you breathe in, like I told you, that's why when you breathe in air, when you breathe in, they call it inhale. They call it to inhale because when you breathe in, your breath is likened to the spirit. So when you breathe in, they call it inhale. Why do they call it inhale? Because your spirit is inhale. When you breathe out, they call it exhale. Why do they call it exhale? Because when you breathe out to take your very last breath, when you breathe out to take your very last breath in terms of dying, your spirit, you exhale. See, guys, watch this. Watch this, guys. See, this is why we need to understand that your words can be spells. Watch this. Inhale, and let's say exhale. Now I can take this, I can take inhale and I can spell inhale like this. See? That's the same as this. Inhale is the same as inhale, and exhale is the same as to exhale. So to inhale is to breathe in. To inhale is to breathe in. To exhale is to breathe out. So if the spirit of a man is likened to the breath, you are in hell because you are in a body. So the spirit that is in the body is in hell. That's why when to breathe in is inhale. But when you take your very last breath and when you die, you exhale. You get out of hell. See that? So I want you to know, if you want to celebrate your child's birthday, those candles that he's blowing out on that cake, that flame is related to the spirit. That flame is related to the spirit that your child is blowing out. So if your child turns 15, you would put 15 candles on the cake and then tell your child to make a wish and blow out those 15 candles. Little do he knows, the flame is likened to the spirit of a man. He's blowing out his own spirit. Therefore, he's committing his own suicide, don't even know it. So your birthday actually becomes your death day. See that? People don't know what the hell they doing. That's why we told you. That's why we're telling you that words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Words are energy, so choose them wisely. Okay? People don't know what the hell they are doing. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know what the hell they doing, guys. So when your child is blowing out all those candles on that birthday cake, little do he knows he's committing suicide. He's bringing death upon himself. Because the flames that he's blowing out on those candles is likening to his spirit, is likening to how many years that he has endured on the earth, and he's blowing them out. You see that? Hebrews 1:7 in the Bible. And of the angels, he said, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. So the angels, the spirits, and the ministers are likened into a flame. The angels, the spirits, the angels, the spirits are likened into a flame. So when your child blows out that flame on that candle, he's blowing his own goddamn spirit out. Taking away his own life in advance and don't even know it. Because what did I tell you about these terms that we use? Words cast spells. Words cast spells. We showed you Zaza Brooks, Keith Wilson, Jimmy Blake, Ray Odom, we showed you when you go to that schoolhouse, when you go through those double doors, you go through the school entrance. You go through the school entrance. So when you go in there, you enter a trance. Entrance is to enter a trance. What about if you want to continue to eat sausage? You want to continue to eat pork? The Bible says that we're not to eat pork. The Bible says that we're not to eat pork. But if you want to continue to eat sausage, it's Saul's age. That's the devil's meat. Why you think Jesus, wait a minute. Why you think Jesus cast the spirits into the swine? Out of all animals on the earth, Jesus cast wicked spirits into the swine. Jesus cast wicked spirits into the hog. Why did he do that? To show you that pork is forbidden. Why did Jesus send spirits in a hog? You can read about this in the gospel. There was a man that was possessed with spirits, and Jesus cast out the spirits of this guy and sent those spirits in a hog. What is the over entering understanding of that message? To let you know that pork is the devil's meat. To let you know that pork is forbidden. To let you know that pork should not be consumed. But if you want to continue to eat sausage, it's Saul's age. It's going to cut your lifespan in half. It's Saul's age. Sausage. Saul's age. If you want to continue to celebrate birthdays, go ahead and celebrate your death day. Birthdays is actually death day. Because when your children is blowing out those candles on that cake, those candles, that flame represents their spirit. And it represents the endurance, how many years that they have endured on the earth. That's why whatever age you are, that's how many candles going to be on the cake. So when you blow those candles out, you're blowing out your own fucking spirit and you don't even realize it. You're blowing your own goddamn spirit out and you don't even realize it. Therefore, your words can cast spells. Your words can cast. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing at all. I'm not playing. I don't play. I'm here to show you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, man. We're not playing. Watch this. What about flesh? The Bible tells you not to heed to the flesh. The Bible tells you not to submit to the flesh. Let's go to Galatians. Watch this. Watch this. Let's go to Galatians in the Bible. You're going to learn today. Because you're dealing with a master teacher. You're dealing with a guru. If you ain't never heard some real shit today, you're going to learn some real shit today. And I ain't got to sweat and preach and take your money. Watch this. Let's go into the Bible. Watch this. I'm gonna keep it brew with you. I'm gonna brew it up. We the true Hebrews. We gonna brew it up with you. Watch this. Let's go into the Bible about this flesh. What about this flesh thing? What about the flesh? Watch this. Did I not tell you that words are spells? So let me break down flesh. Now, Galatians 6 and 7. Go to the New Testament and go to Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. See, I'm gonna give you the ghetto gospel. I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you on some thug shit. Watch this. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sows, that he shall also reap. And if you don't know what sowing and reaping is, that's the law of divine justice. That's talking about karma. What you put out gonna come right back to your ass. How you treat others is gonna come right back to you. If you tell a lie gonna come back to you. If you dish out murder, you're gonna be murdered. If you rape a woman, you're gonna be raped in jail. They gonna butt rape you in jail. Because it's the art of divine justice. It's the law of divine justice. It's karma. Karma, which is cause and effect, which is action and reaction. That's what it means. Galatians 6 and 8. For he that sowed to his flesh, if you sow to your flesh, you shall reap corruption. Now the Bible said he that sowed to the flesh. Now what is the flesh? The flesh is S-E-L-F. The flesh is self. Let's go ahead and let's cancel out the H. The flesh is self. You can't look at flesh and see self in flesh. So when you are in yourself, when you are selfish, you are in the flesh. When you are in yourself, you are in the flesh. To be in self is to be within the ego. It's called ego. It's called ego. It's called ego. It's called ego. So when you are in the flesh, you are in self. You are stuck in self. You can care less about others. You don't give a damn about others. It's all about you. You self-absorbed. To be self-absorbed is to be absorbed in the flesh because the flesh is self. I'm not playing, guys. I'm not fucking around. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. So you didn't learn how to spell in school for no reason. And it's a damn shame that the school system didn't let us know this. This is called word magic. Words can be used as magic spells, so you better be careful on how you conversate with others. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Now, oftentimes, people will say, wow, he's dangerous. You ever heard that saying? Wow, he's dangerous. Or wow, she's dangerous. Stay away from her. Stay away from him. He's dangerous. Dwayne Ellis, Brother Ray, Jimmy Blake, Keith Wilson, Brooks, Wesley Kennan. He's dangerous. Stay away from him. Stay away from her. She's dangerous. What does that mean? Watch this. Let's break this shit down. Dangerous. Danger. Danger. What you see in danger? You see D. You see the anger. You see the anger. Danger. Danger. Danger is the anger. Or you may say the anger like this. Whether you say danger as in the anger is the anger. So when you're dangerous, it shows the anger in a person, man. When you are a dangerous man or a dangerous woman, that means you are full of the anger, man. You are full of anger, man. Where they gonna show you that at? Bet you guys never came across that. Because the information that I receive, I receive this information through meditation. I receive this information through the etheric gods. The etheric gods show me this information when I'm meditating, when I'm eating high alkaline foods, when I'm drinking high alkaline water. You're not going to hear this information nowhere. That's what makes my channel so special. I bet you guys never knew that. Don't worry about it. I got shit. I got tons of shit to show you guys. Watch this. So when you're dangerous, it's because you are full of the anger. The anger resides within you. You must rid yourself from anger. And in order to stop being dangerous, you have to release the anger from within. Danger, the anger. See that, guys? Now, what is skin? Let's take a look at skin. Watch this. Let's take a look at skin. What is skin? Skin is sin. Your skin is sin. Your skin is sin. So your skin is sin. So when the pastor tells you that you in sin, you goddamn right I'm in sin because I'm in the flesh. Because your skin is the very sin that the spirit has been captured in. Your skin is sin. So when somebody tells you that you are in sin, you goddamn right I'm in sin. Because I'm in this meat bag. I'm in this bag of bones. I'm in this glob of meat. I'm in this flesh. I'm in this flesh. I'm in these tissues and muscles. My spirit is caught. My spirit is in prison. My spirit is in custody to this meat bag, which is the skin, which is nothing but sin. So when they say you in skin, you goddamn right on this. When they say you in sin, you in skin. To be in sin is to be in skin. So to be in sin is for your spirit to be in skin. Watch this. So to be in sin is to be in skin. See that? Watch this, guys. They're not going to teach you this in church because church is full of bullshit. You gotta be a Hebrew to know this. You gotta be a true brew and you gotta meditate to receive the revelations of the Most High, man. So watch this. So this is a human being. Now you see this? Now what you see? You see that light? See, that light can't really shine like it wants to. And the reason why that light can't shine like it wants to, because that light in the human, see, let me show you. See that light within a human being, that light is the spirit. That light is the spirit. And what you see right here, this blackness right here is is the skin. So this blackness is that light. We have a spirit within us that wants to shine. It wants to emit light. But sometimes the skin will bring the spirit under subjection. So sometimes the skin will get in the way. Most of the time, if you ask me, the skin will get in the way and it plasters out the spirit. It mutes the spirit. Sometimes it dubs the spirit. You see that? The skin gets in the way and it dilutes the spirit from shining bright. What is that skin? Skin is sin. That's why sin can cause the spirit to be lost, because it's mind over matter. What is mind over matter? What is mind over matter? Mind over matter is spirit over flesh, or spirit over skin, however you want to put it. Okay, guys, wait a minute. Okay, guys, Brother Ray, Jimmy Blake, Keith Wilson, Brooks, Wesley Kenny. Who else we got? Dwayne Ellis. Mind over matter is truly spirit over the skin, or what you call spirit over flesh. Because the mind of a man and woman is truly the spirit, because that's where the spirit resides. Truly, the spirit lives within the endocrine gland. The spirit lives within the pineal gland, which is in the center of the left and right brain. They call it the pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul. So really, the mind is the spirit of a man and a woman. And it's mind over matter, because it should be spirit over flesh or spirit over skin. But if you let your skin take possession of your spirit, for the wages of sin is death. Watch this. Watch this, guys. This is the true Bible teachings. This is Romans 6:23. Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death. For the wages of sin is death. Really, for the wages of living to self, for the wages of living in the skin, for the wages of obeying the flesh, for the wages of obeying the skin, for the wages of following the flesh, for the wages of following the skin is death. So for the wages of sin is death. Playing around with the skin, fucking all these hoes out here, beating your dicks off, submitting to the skin, submitting to sin, which is the skin, paying homage to the body, showing all this attention to the flesh and not giving a fuck about the spirit. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Yahweh Shai, who they call Jesus Christ. So what it's telling you in Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death. For the wages of sin, which really skin, for the wages of following this is the result of death. That's what it's telling you. So guys, watch this. So when we go back, what you call skin is sin. This is what I'm trying to tell Justin Sams. We appreciate you for tuning in. So truly what you call skin is sin. So when people say that you are in sin, that's only because you are in the bag of bones. You are in the flesh. To be in the flesh is to be in the skin. And skin is sin. You see that? Does that make sense? This is what we're talking about word magic. We're talking about how words can be used as magic spells. They never told us this shit. You talking about only sin. You damn right you in sin, because you are following the works of the flesh, which is the skin. The skin is no different from sin. They just added a K to it. A K was added. Now, why did they add a K to sin? Why did they add a K to sin and make it skin? Why was the K added to sin? Because it first started off as sin, and eventually over time, a K was added. Why did they add the K to sin? Because that's all sin is. Sin is just a sin and skin with a K added. So why did they add the K? You know why they added the K? They added the K to sin because sin kills. That's why they added the K. They added the K to sin because to be in sin, for the wages of sin is death. And the synonym for death is to be killed. So it was really sin. It was really sin. But they added the K to it after they realized, by reading the scriptures, after they realized, damn, for the wages of sin is death, in reference to killing, they added a K to sin. And now today it's skin. And when you look at skin, you ain't got no damn idea that it's talking about sin. So skin is sin. And they added the K because to be in sin is to be in death, and it kills. Word magic. Let me know if this too much, because it's fit. I'm only about to go deep. Let me know if this too much, because I'm about to fuck y'all head up, man. I'm telling you, and I'm about to open your eyes up. So let me know. This is a disclaimer. Let me know before this shit really get in. Cause I'm about to go deep. I'm telling you, I'm about to go deep, man. I'm trying to pull y'all guys out of this matrix. I'm trying to pull you out of this simulated environment. This life ain't even real. The life you live in is not even real. It's a simulated environment that was created by the gods. That's why in Genesis, it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. But it really didn't say God created the heaven and the earth. It said in the beginning, it said the gods. Because God in Hebrew is Elohim. So when you look back at God in Hebrew language, God means Elohim in Hebrew, which means gods, more than one. So it should have been stated in Genesis, in the beginning, the gods created the heavens and the earth. It should have been stated in Genesis. They got you believing that one creator did all this shit. No, in the beginning, it should have been the gods created the heaven and the earth. So let me know, guys, before I go any deeper, can you take this, man? Because I don't want to do this, man. Let me know. Listen, because I'm about to destroy your religion. I'm about to destroy your religious beliefs. I'm finna show you the real motherfucking deal. I'm about to destroy this religious shit. I'm about to destroy these philosophies. And I'm about to destroy all this governmental bullshit that you've been taught in America. All these fucking lies that you've been taught in America. I'm about to tear that shit down. So let me know before I go any deeper. Do you guys really want this, man? Because I can end this video. Because I don't want to mess up nobody. If you're a religious person, I don't want to mess that up, man. Let me know right now. Justin Sounds, what's up? Wesley Kenny, Brooks, Keith Wilson, Jimmy Blake, Brother Ray Odom, Dwayne Ellis. Let me know before I go any deeper, man, because you about to take the red pill, man. All right? See, you don't even know that the life you living ain't even real. This is a figment of your imagination. And I'm going to show you. You probably don't even know that this is a video game that you playing out. You are in a simulated environment. The gods, the etheric gods, the etheric gods created this reality to see can you overcome it. They got you in a video. You're playing a fucking video game right now. And if you fail the game, when you die, you don't die. You don't die. But if you do die, you die to wake up. Y'all, check out my YouTube channel. When you get the free time, check out my YouTube channel. It's Shabar Israel. When you go to YouTube, if you go to YouTube, you get the chance to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in Shabar. S-H-A-B-A-R Israel. I-S-R-A-E-L. And check out this video I did on YouTube. It's called The Matrix. It's called The Matrix Simulator. You'll see this guy with some holographic goggles on. Please check out that video. Your life will never be the same. So I'm about to go deep. Brooke said, bro, keep going. Okay, Brooke, you want me to go deep? Brooks want me to go deep. Brooke said, keep going. All right, guys, check this out. Now, I'm going to show you that your whole goddamn life is a lie. This ain't nothing but a test that you experience. You are existing within a test. You are to pass this test because this is a video game. So basically, the spirit, which is the real you, has been put through a test. And everything that you see on the outside of you is actually on the inside of you. So what you call the skin or what you call the flesh, this is nothing but a simulated environment. Now, let me show you something. Now, watch this. Life. You can spell it like this. You can spell it like this. Let's just mark this out for right now. So your life is a lie. Your life is a lie. Because if you take out the F, that leaves you with lie. So if you take out the F out of life, that lets you see that your life is a figment of your imagination. Your life is a lie because it's a simulated video game that you're going through. To see can you qualify to be tested to go to a higher dimension. Because we are multidimensional beings. We are multidimensional beings. And Earth, the third dimensional plane, which is Earth, is the lowest dimension you can be on. See, we are multidimensional beings. Earth is not the only dimension that exists. But you know what? If you don't overcome Earth, You're going to come back to earth till you overcome earth. You're not going to be able to go and venture off to other dimensions. Why you think Christ said in the gospel? Why you think that Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions? Huh? Why you think Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions? If it was not so, I wouldn't have told you. Why you think Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions? Because what he was really saying, in the Father's house there are many dimensions. And earth is not the only dimension that exists. But guess what? You're going to forever stay here. You're going to keep reincarnating right back down on the lowest plane until you overcome this life. Until you learn how to treat others with respect. Until you learn how to stop lying to others. Until you learn how to stop committing adultery. Until you learn how to stop doing these devilish things. You're going to keep reincarnating over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're going to keep coming back to earth until you graduate this shit, to allow you to venture off in other dimensions. They tried to tell you this in Man in Black. Earth is an acronym. This is why we dealing with word magic. We are dealing with word magic, y'all. How words can be used as magic spells. Why you think they call it earth? Why do you think they call it earth? Because earth is an acronym. Earth is entering a rough. You're entering a rough, tormented home. That's what earth truly means. Earth means to enter a rough, tormented home. To enter a rough, tormented home. To enter a rough, tormented home. So that's earth. Entering a rough, tormented home. Now what they tell you hell is about. The Christian church tell you that hell is a place of torment and torture. Don't they tell you that? They tell you that hell is a place of torment and torture. So why can't the earth be hell? This is a place of torment and torture. This is a place that is this is fucking torment on. This is a place of torment and torture. The government torture you while you exist. See? Now, this earth, we know that the earth is flat. We know that the earth is surrounded by a dome. We know that the earth is flat. And we are in this earth, right? We are living in earth. We are living in this dome. We are in this goddamn dome. The earth is flat and there's a dome that surrounds the earth to keep us from escaping and getting out. So we know that we are in a dome, right? We know that we are in a dome. Now watch this, guys. So the only way you can get out of this dome is death. The only way you can get out of this dome, this is the dome. This is the dome. And the only way you can get out of this dome is through death. Because when you die, you become a fourth dimensional being. When the terrestrial being, which is the third dimensional being, once the third dimensional being dies, you become a fourth dimensional being. Now, the fourth dimensional being is transparent. So once you become a fourth dimensional being, aka a celestial being, your spirit descends upward. The Bible tells you this. So once you die, the spirit descends upward and it goes back to God who gave it. It goes back to the etheric gods because it enters a realm that is known as etheria. So when your spirit dies, it goes into the ether, the etheric realm, and it escapes the dome. So once your spirit is released from the dome, you can look back and see how the dome did what? The dome held you. Long as we was living, flat earth, which is surrounded by a dome, long as we was living, this place held us. So when your spirit returns back to the ether, when your spirit returns back to the etheric gods, you would tell the etheric gods that you was held. You was held. You was held. You was held in a place. You was held. That's where hell comes from, guys. Because this is the place that holds the body. This is the place that holds the physical. So when you die and you release and you escape this third dimensional plane to go back to the ether, you tell the etheric gods this place held you. Thus it held you. Thus hell. I'm all over the place, y'all. Man, I wasn't even planning on doing this. This is why this is why we talking about word magic. How words can be used as magic. Watch this, guys. What about the government? Kamaya Israel. Brooks, what about the government? Justin Sams, what about the government? Wesley Kenning. Keith. Jimmy Blake. Ray Odom, what about the government? Mint. Mint means mind. Mint means mind. So the government are governing your minds. Government means to govern the mind. So the government, they are governing the minds of the masses. This is why they deceive you. This is why they feed you this religion shit. This is why they feed you this politics shit. And that's why they feed you this entertainment and all this bullshit that they broadcast in America, because they do that to govern the mind. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, guys. If you don't believe that mint means mind and that your mind is being governed by the government, what about television? What about television? What about this box that we like to watch? What about this box that we like to watch? Don't you know what they call television? We see Maurice Hodge. Thank you, my brother, for tuning in. Peace and much wisdom. Television. Why they call it television? Television tells lies to your vision. Television tells lies to your vision. So television tell lies to your vision. Television, it tells lies to your vision. That's why I don't watch TV, because when you watch television, it's doing nothing but telling lies to your vision. That's why they call it the government, because mint means the mind, and it's the government governs the mind of individuals. So government, mint means mind, and your mind is being governed by the government, and they give you television to tell lies to your vision. So television, they tell a vision for you. They tell your vision for you. They controlling your mind by telling your vision for you, and they telling lies to your vision. This is why we're talking about word magic, how words can be used as magic spells. And you still think I'm playing fucking games. I'm not playing no games. I'm trying to free your mind from the matrix. Come on, man. Watch this. Maurice Hodge, Dwayne Ellis, Keith Brooks, Kamara Israel, Justin Sams, Wesley Kenning, Keith Wilson, Jimmy Blake, Brother Ray Odom, Dwayne Ellis. Listen up. Watch this. You guys ready for more? What about Testament? What about Testament? Did we not tell you that mint means mind? Mint means the mind. So what about Testament? What about Testament? Okay, Testament, mint means mind, right? So mint means the mind, right? So Testament. So watch this. To test the mind. Testament. Testament. Test a mind. To run tests. To run tests on the mind. Testament. Test the mind. Government. To govern the mind. Television. To tell lies to your vision. To tell lies to your vision. Earth. Earth. To enter a rough, tormented home. When you die, your spirit will let the etheric gods know that this place held you as a human being, thus hell. Watch this, guys. Your life is a lie. Your life is a lie. Why did they add the F? Why did they add the F to your lie? Why did they add the F to your lie, which is your life? Why was the F added? Because the F is nothing but fantasy. Fantasy. The F is nothing but fantasy. Your life is a lie. They added the F. Life. Your life is a lie. Your life is a lie. You're not living. This is a figment of your imagination. This is a simulated hologram that you're going through. This is a holographic universe that you're going through. That's why they say universe, because let me show you something. Universe. 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 That's talking about you. Uni. What is uni? Uni is one. Uni is one, like a unicycle, a unicycle. Uni is one. We know that uni means one, which is you. So you are the people, you are the person that converse. You are the universe. And that's what, come on, man. Your words are spells. Be cautious on your words. See? That's why it's mind over matter. Mind over matter is really spirit over skin, or spirit over flesh. Mind over matter. We showed you that skin is actually, we showed you that your skin is actually sin. They just added the K to it. Right? Your spirit is to inspire, inspiration, to inspire, the spirit to inspire someone is to put your spirit within them, to get them hope. We showing you guys word magic. Okay? We showed you about the schoolhouse. When you enter the schoolhouse, when you go into the schoolhouse, you go through the entrance. You go through the school entrance, which you enter through a trance. Entrance, you enter through a trance. They telling you lies in school. They got a trance, so they plan a trance on you. You enter through a trance when you go through the school entrance. It's the school that you enter through a trance. Then we showed you about sausage. We showed you in the Bible, in Leviticus, the 11th chapter, it tells you not to eat pork, right? It tells you not to eat pork. We don't supposed to eat pork because sausage solves age. Sausage, it cuts your life in half. Pork is the devil's meat. Pork is forbidding meat. But if you eat pork, it solves age. You won't live a long time. It cuts your life in half. Then we showed you about birthdays. Relating to whatever year that you are, they'll put the candles on top of the cake to illustrate how many years you are. And then you blow out your spirit. You blow out the flame. You blow out the flame. You blow out your soul. You commit your own suicide. Your birthdays are actually your death date. Then we showed you flesh. How actually flesh is self. How flesh is self. The flesh is self, which is the ego, right? We showed you to breathe in is to be in, to inhale. To inhale. When you breathe in, to breathe in is to, the breath is the spirit, right? Did we not go over this? The breath is the spirit. So to inhale, that means your spirit is in the body. To inhale, to breathe in, to inhale, you are inhale. To exhale, when you take your very last breath in terms of dying, you exhale, you get out of here, you get out the body to exhale. We showed you about danger. We showed you that danger. When somebody says you are dangerous, that's a dangerous man or that's a dangerous woman. Danger is the anger. So the reason what makes you dangerous is the anger within you. De-anger, danger. De-anger. That's what makes you a dangerous person. You're full of wrath and anger. The anger. Okay, guys? Watch this. Now, we're talking about word magic. I'm about to end this video, guys. I'm about to end the video. But before I end the video, I'm gonna go over some more. Randy Ponder. Appreciate you, Randy. Jay White, Maurice Hodge. Appreciate you guys. We're talking about word magic, right? We're talking about how your words can be spells. Now let me show you more. Before I close it, let me show you more. Now, if you want some pussy or something, right? Wait a minute. If you want pussy or something, or if your old lady wants some dick, you know how it is. I'm gonna keep it real. You know I keep it real. If you want some pussy, you want to smash something. Your old lady want to jump on some dick. If you want some pussy and dick, what they say you are. They say you horny, right? Watch this. So if you want, they say you horny. They say, damn, man, I'm horny. Because you want pussy and dick. You want to have sex. Sex. Sex is an acronym. That stands for sacred. That stands for sacred energy exchange. Okay, guys? So sex is an acronym, which is sacred energy. So sex is an acronym. Sacred energy exchange. When you're having sex, you are trading, you are swapping out sacred energy. Sacred energy exchange. Sacred energy exchange. That's what sex is, acronym. Sacred energy exchange. Now, in order, before you have sex, you have to become horny. So when you become horny, you become the devil. See? So when they say you're horny, basically you got a sinister nature, because we know the devil don't actually look like, we know the devil don't look like this, because the word devil just goes back to diabolos, which means deceiver. So anybody can be a devil because anybody can be deceiver, which means devil means diabolos, which means deceiver. But 9 times out of 10, when you're horny, that means that you're taking upon sinister nature. You're acting carnally. So when you're horny, you're taking upon a sinister nature. Thus, you're horny, the horns. And sex is sacred energy exchange. Like guys, like when you're talking about good, like I'm just showing you, man. I'm just showing you guys. I would never do another video like this since I made this video so long, showing you word magic, how words can be used as magic spells. Like when somebody say, I believe in God, they might say, I believe in God, right? You see this? People say, I believe in God. You know why people believe in God? Because they believe in good, and they believe in the good in others. So when you believe in the good in others, you believe in the God in others. You see that? So to believe in God is to believe in goodness. To believe in God, which is G-O-D, they added the O. They added the O. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like to obtain. So God, the reason why they say God is good, because God is in good. So they say God is good because God is in good. So to be good is to have a godly nature. To be good is to have a godly nature because God is in good. That's why they say God is good. Now, what about evil? What about if they say you're evil? If you're evil, you have the evil in you. So to have the evil within you is to have the evil. The evil. So to have the evil within, if you got the evil within, you are the devil. Because the evil. See? The evil. So to have to be embedded with evil within, so to have the evil within is to be the devil. But to have the good within is to be God. We're talking about word magic, how words can be used as magic spells. See that? You see that, guys? Words cast spells. That's why they call it spelling. Words are energy. Choose them wisely. So you can't say that I haven't told you this. So when you go down here, watch this. Okay, let's go to spell, right? Spell. I'm going to spell this out. Wayne Ellis, Jay White, Randy Punter. We appreciate you, Robert Ingram, my man. We appreciate you, Robert, for tuning in to be a part of this wonderful lesson. We're talking about how words can cast spells. We're talking about the art of spelling, how your words be your spells. Robert Ingram, Randy Punter. Who else we have? Let's say, who else we have? Kamara, Justin Sams, Wesley Kenny, Brooks, Whip Keith, Jimmy Blake, Brother Ray Odom, Dwayne Ellis, and so many more. Guys, what we're talking about words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. In terms of word magic, how words can be used as magic spells. So let's go back to spell. What about this right here? Now, see, spell on the end, you see this E right here represents energy. It represents energy because we are energy. Everything exists because of energy. Nothing can exist without energy. This is why we need the sun each and every day. So we're talking about energy. So that E in spell, it symbolizes energy, guys. That E in spell symbolizes energy. The SP in spell, it is abbreviated for speech. So the SP in spell is abbreviated for speech. The energy in spell is the SP in spell is speech. The E in spell is energy. And what about the two L's on the end? The two L's on the end, when you flip one L up on the end and you leave the other L at the same, it creates a box. I want you to see this. So with two L's, you can create a box. With two L's, you can form a box. So what they telling you, basically, in terms of spelling, the reason why you have to choose wisely, the reason why words can cast spells, and your words are energy, so choose them wisely. The reason why words can cast spells, because words are energy. And it depends on how you choose these terms, because the energy can be trapped, which the two L's creates a box, and the energy can be trapped in terms of what you say in conversing or conversating with a person. So when you're conversating with a person, you are speaking with a person, and to speak with a person is to release the energy, and it's determined on what you say that can allow them to be trapped in a box, which is two L's. Thus spell, guys. Word magic. The English language is the most like diverse language. Like the English language is the most difficult language. You can ask anybody. The English language is the most hardest language to enter and understand. Don't you know that English is a backwards language? English is actually a backwards language. We know that English comes from England. English is the language of Britannica. It comes from England. So English is a backwards language. So nothing you say here really matters unless you're going to be wise enough to detect what you're talking about. So, guys, I appreciate your time, man. Okay, so that's why, like Keith Wilson said, overstood. Exactly, my brother, because you don't want to understand. That's why Keith Wilson said, overstood. You don't want to do this here. Never tell someone this. I understand. No, you don't want to understand. You want to overstand, or you want to understand. You don't never want to understand. You want to overstand or understand. That's why we could never learn a damn thing in school, because we was always talking about we understand. So we can never learn anything till we truly overstand or understand. Okay, guys? Now, watch this, guys. I'm pretty sure you know what this is. And I'm not trying to be converted. I'm pretty sure you guys know what this is. This is a female, right? Now, we know that you can catch herpes from a female, right? So she got the herpes, right? So let's just say herpes. Let's break down this. So basically, it's self-explanatory, because herpes comes from herpes. Herpes comes from herpes. Herpes comes from herpes. Herpes comes from herpes. 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 Word magic. Word magic, guys. Word magic. What about, listen, watch this. What about this? Okay, what about listen? So guys, when they tell you to listen, you're supposed to be silent. Because in order for you to listen, you got to shut your mouth. You can't be talking at the same time and trying to comprehend. You can't be talking at the same time and trying to understand and overstand. If you're going to listen, you got to shut up. You got to be silent, right? Now watch this. Word magic. So if you're going to listen, you have to be silent. You guys see that? If you're going to listen, you have to be silent. And silent is listen. Silent is actually listen. So how the hell you going to listen if you don't be silent? So to listen is to truly be silent. Because they have the same letter patterns, as you can see. Listen, silence. You can unscrum a silent and spell listen. You can unscrum a listen and spell silent. So to truly listen is to be silent, to shut the fuck up and be silent. See, this is etheric knowledge I'm giving you, man. This I swear, and I ain't never swore in my life, because I don't do that, because we know that words are spells, unless we know what swearing is about. But you're not going to find this type of knowledge nowhere on the internet. This knowledge comes from me meditating. I meditated and received this from the gods. I received this from the etheric beings, or what you call angels. Now, hope you guys are having a very good time. I hope you guys are having a very good time. Now, like ascension. To ascend is to rise to the higher self. So, ascension, let's say, like, okay, now, like it's really, it's like mountain. Let's mountain. You see mountain? Mountain. And so mountain, within mountain is the mountains. Within mountain is the mountains. See that? So within mountain is the mountains, guys. What about water? Within water is the waves. Within water is the water. See? Within water is the waves, the water. Within mountain is the mountain. Within top is the top. See that? So within top is the top. Within snake is the snake. Within snake is the snake, guys. See that? This is what you call word magic. I don't know if you guys just went into it, but you need to get into this. How words can be used as magic spells. This is what I'm telling you. Within valley. Oh man, I'm in the valley. Within valley is to be in the valley. See? You in the valley. This is the valley. This is a guy in the valley. That's why the valley has that V in there, because that's the lowest point of someone's life, or to be in the rut, to be in the V, to be in the valley. So to be in the valley is to be in the valley. See that? This is the secrecy of word magic. I might be giving away too much, guys. I'm giving all y'all my secret knowledge away, but it's all good. I'm giving all y'all my secret knowledge because I want y'all to know this. Okay? Now, a letter. A letter. Letter is to let her. You letting all this shit in your life. To let her is to let her. So if a book is referred to a woman that has a compilation of pages, they will be letters. Or let's say a piece of paper, like a letter. If this is the personification that's related to a woman, then you are letting her feed you with bullshit, especially if this is falsehood, especially if this is not, if this letter is lies. Y'all guys following me? Are you guys following me? Are you? So to let her is to let her, which is the form of the letter, which is the personification of a woman, to let the bullshit in your life. All right, guys? You see that? This is what we call word magic. See? Word magic to information. To be information. To be informed. Or to be in line. To be informed, information to be informed or to be in line, guys. Word magic is what we're talking about. Word magic, guys. Now they say this. They say they might say my life is amazing. My life is amazing. You damn right, because life is amazing. Life, which is, if you take out the F, if you throw the F out, which is fantasy, because we know this shit is a fantasy. This is a figment of our imagination. This life is not really real. But if you take out the F, it's gonna be a lie. So really, not my life is amazing. My lie is a maze in. My lie is a maze in, because you're in a goddamn maze. You in a maze and you gotta figure out how to get out the matrix. See, this life is a simulated environment that was created by the gods, and you gotta find out how to get out the maze. So you damn right when you say my life is amazing, because you're saying my lie, excluding the F, which is fantasy. You're saying that my lie is a maze in, and I'm in this goddamn maze. That's the art of word magic, guys. Like I said, I might have to do a part 2, because I got a lot of stuff, man. This ain't even a half, man. I'm writing a whole entire book. All this stuff is in my book, guys. I got a book that I'm writing. I'm writing a book, and it's called Spiritual Wisdom on Nobility. All right? Like I said, I'm writing this book. As you can see, this is a good book. I'm writing this book. I'm thinking about doing an ebook too. I'm writing all this. This is divine knowledge. All this stuff that you see in this book. This is divine knowledge. I've been writing this book for months and months, man. I almost completed with this book. It talks about quantum physics, metaphysics, astrophysics, who are the real X-Men. You know what I'm saying? It got metaphysical quotes. It talks about alchemy. It talks about gnosis, science. It talks about sickness and health. It talks about, man, just the mechanics. Everything you see, guys. Like this book is on point, man. So I'm trying my best to finish this book. But I guess I'll give you one more, man. I'll give y'all guys one more, man. I might have to come back and make a part 2. But I'll give y'all guys one more concerning the word magic. Like, okay, word magic. So don't you know you are your greatest enemy? So you are your greatest enemy. You are your greatest enemy. It's not the people around you. It's not your old lady. It's not your boyfriend. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your brother. It's not your sister, your uncle, your niece, nephew, your grandmama, and your granddaddy. You are your worst enemy. You are your worst enemy. You got to face your inner demons. You are your worst enemy, because your enemy comes from name. Enemy comes from in a me. So enemy comes from in a me. Enemy, which is your name. So enemy comes from in a me. So you are your worst enemy. You've been titled. So enemy is enemy. You are the worst enemy. You cannot blame anyone in your circle. So that's up to you to use your energy. Energy is technically the energy, or you may say the inner God. That's what it is. The energy is the inner God within you. So the energy is the energy. I just added the O and the D, but it's just energy. So the energy, we all have energy within us because the energy is the energy, which is the inner God. We are our own worst enemy because your enemy is your enemy, which is your name. N-A-M-E, enemy. See, guys? Even when you talk about freedom. Now, when you read about the Bible, you'll come across the so-called white man, which is Edom. The nation of Edom is who you call the white man. And this is not about race, because I'm not talking about racial status. But Edomites, when you read the Bible, when you go into the Bible, you go into this Bible, you read about the Edomites. The Edomites is the so-called white people. Now, I'm going to show you something. Long as the so-called white man is ruling the world, we can never be free, because you cannot spell freedom without Edom. You can't spell freedom without Edom. So long as the white man is running the government and ruling us as of a whole, we will never have freedom until we eliminate Edom, which is the white man. So this is the information age, and it's time for a revolution. And so unless we eliminate the white man from this system, which is running the system, we can never truly have freedom, because you can't spell freedom without Edom. That's word magic, guys. That's word magic, guys. That's word magic, man. Guys, I encourage you, stay on your alkaline fruits, stay on your alkaline vegetables, stay on your nuts and grains, and stay on your alkaline water. And like I said, you want to get into nature, because that's what's going to help you when you start meditating. You're going to receive this information from the gods within, man. They'll tell you about this, man. That's why nature is natural. You cannot be natural unless you return back to nature. Because nature, to be in nature is to be natural. So unless you return back to nature, you can never be natural. See that? That's why in Israel, it's Israel. So much, guys. But music. Y'all just tell me when to stop, man. I'm going to put you guys on game. Music. 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 It amuses. It amuse. It amuse the sick. Music amuse the sick. Music. Music. Music amuse the sick. It amuse the sick. So you better hope that you're not listening to 440 hertz. If you listen, this is a frequency, a negative frequency. If you're listening to music on a 440 hertz level, man, it's going to make you stressed. It's going to make you depressed. It's going to make you just, man. You might want to listen to music on a, hey baby, what's that hertz level? What's the positive hertz level for music? 432. So if you're gonna listen to music on a 432 hertz level. Do not listen to music on a 440 hertz level, because if you listen to music on a 440 hertz level, it's gonna amuse you and it's gonna make you sick. That's why it's called music, because it amuses the person and makes them sick. It makes them sick. Only if you're listening to negative music, like on a 440 hertz level. So you want to listen to 430 hertz music. All right. See that? So guys, Brooks said when the Holy Spirit is on you, can't stop. That's correct, my man. Exactly. That's correct, my man. And so we're talking about, man, word magic, guys. So I hope you learned something like, man, like 13. I can go into the 13. I don't think I'm going to say this because I'll probably get in trouble, man. I would tell you what 13 means, but I can't do this because it's live. I could get in trouble, man. I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying? Like the NSA. The NSA is watching me. They monitor me and stuff. And they watch me, so I can't say certain stuff. Like I got in trouble on YouTube and they cut me from going live on YouTube, so I have to go live on Facebook. And so it's certain stuff I can't say for the sake of the NSA. And I would break down 13, like the 1 and the 3, to let y'all know what that means. But I'm afraid that my Facebook account would be they would probably eradicate my Facebook account, and I don't want to do that. But man, I was trying to see how can I break it down, but I can't. Just 13 represents rebirth. And 13 is actually a B. A 1 and a 3 creates the B. So what you're seeing is not actually a 13, it's a B. And it's crazy how my mother named me Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Beginning with the 1 and the 3. Maybe I was chosen for this. I don't know. But that's it. 13, it represents rebirth, and it holds the power of the universe. And it represents a cycle as well. That's all I can say for the 13. I'm not gonna get too far in the 13 because I don't wanna get into some stuff, man. So guys, three more words I'm gonna go over, and then I'm out. What about believe? What about believe? Don't believe. Never believe. Never believe. Never believe. Do not believe. Because you cannot believe. When they say, okay, they say believe. I spelled it wrong, guys. I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong. You cannot believe without lie being in the middle. So when you believe, it's to be in a lie. To believe is to believe lies in the seat. So you cannot believe without spelling lie in the middle. So don't believe. If anything, just like I said, be faithful. Be faithful. And to be faithful is to be filled with faith. To be faithful is to be full of faith. So you cannot believe, because if you believe, you cannot spell believe without lie in the middle. That's one. And I got two more, guys. I got two more for you guys. All right. Two more for you guys in terms of word magic. In terms of word magic. What about vitamins? In terms of word magic. What about vitamins? They'll tell you to take your vitamins, right? Watch this. Pills such as vitamins. You know, pills. This is a pill bottle. And these are pills, right? These are pills. All right, guys. These are pills. These are pills. And they tell you to take your what? They tell you to take your vitamins. All right. Pills in reference to vitamins. They say take your vitamins. They take the vitamins. Vitamin comes from vital men. Like important man. See, vital man, important man. Does like, and pills was never in reference into vital man. Vital man was like profound man who knew about high alkaline diet, who knew about high alkaline fruits and grains and nuts and that nature, who knew about the higher self, who knew about the higher self being heaven and the lower self being hell, who knew about the genitals. Like when you're talking about the lower self, you're dealing with the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? Like a human being. Okay, you got a man right here. So right here, this is the higher self. This is the higher self. And then like this is the lower self. The lower self is hell. The higher self is heaven. The higher self is heaven. So when you're talking about the higher self, you're talking about the head, which is the dome. So the higher self is heaven, which the head is the dome, which is the kingdom. The kingdom, like the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom, which is the head, which is the higher self, which is heaven, and the lower self, which is the genitals. I don't even know how to spell genitals, guys. Forgive me for the misspelling. I don't even know how to spell genitals. Let me see how to spell genitals. Okay, genitals. Like the genitals. The genitals. The higher self, heaven is the dome, the kingdom. The lower self is hell, which is the genitals. Okay. Right here. The genitals in the Bible, which is the Gentiles. See that? Genitals. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it, my guy. He's Keith Wilson. He put the correct the word correction in for me. Appreciate it, my brother Keith Wilson. So the lower self is the Gentile. The lower self, you're dealing with the genitals. See, when you're dealing with the genitals, you're dealing with the Gentiles. See, that's why in the Bible it tells you to learn not the way of the Gentiles. That's why in the Bible it says something like, learn not the way of the Gentiles. It'll tell you in the Bible, learn not the way of the Gentiles. Or we know that the Gentile was non-holy people. In the Bible, the Gentiles is non-holy people. So to be on the Gentile level is to be in the genitals. The genital is the lower self. So to fuck with the Gentiles is to be in the lower self, which is the genitals. But if you in the higher self, you in the heaven, which is the dome, which is the head, which is the kingdom. See that? It's all kind of shit you can put together, man. It's all kind of stuff you can put together, guys. But I said I was gonna give y'all three more, and I don't want to go past that. So I think that was two. I think that was two or whatever. But this is the last one. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, like the spice. Like cinnamon spice. Now, back in the ancient times, they used to use cinnamon to ward off evil spirits, if you didn't know this. So back in the Bible days, they would take the cinnamon spice and they would cast the spice in four corners of the house, or they would cast this cinnamon spice like on an individual head, or they would put cinnamon spice in the soles of the shoes. Back in the ancient time, they used cinnamon spice to ward off negative energies, negative energy. And that's why it's called cinnamon, because when you break it down, it's this. It's a sinner man. Cinnamon is a sinner man. So back in the ancient time, they use cinnamon spice to ward off negative energies. And when you was a sinner, when you broke the laws, because that's what a sinner is, one who breaks the laws of God. So when you became a sinner man, sometime to ward off that negative energy, they would use cinnamon. So cinnamon is actually some man, like a cinnamon. Like a Jamaican, he'll say, "You're cinnamon." A Jamaican guy or a Haitian guy or something. "Hey, you're cinnamon." Basically a cinnamon. So guys, yeah, man, that's word magic, guys. That's word magic. Didn't mean to hold you up for so long, but I know the lesson was worthwhile, and I know you guys learned a lot of things on today's lesson. So share it with your family and your friends, and let them know that word magic, how your words can be used as magic spells. Let them know that words can cast spells, and that's why it's called spelling. So be very careful on the words you use. Be very wise. And the only to be wise is to see with the eyes. So to realize is to realize with the real eyes. So when you realize, you will not see things with these eyes here. To realize is to see with the real eyes, which is the third eye, the endocrine gland, which is the pineal gland. Till next time, peace and much love. Keith, Brooks, Gator Boy, Tion, Christmas, Robert Ingram, Randy Ponder, Jay White, Maurice Hodge, Dwayne Ellis, Kamara Israel, Justin Sams, Wesley Kenny, Jimmy Blake, Brother Odom, Ray Odom, my man, Dwayne Ellis, my guy. Appreciate you all, guys. Appreciate you all. Until next time, just remember, be wise in your words. Words are swords. Words are your sword. You can take the S off of words and put the S on the beginning and it spells sword. WORDS. You can take the S off the end of words and put it on the front and it spells sword. That's why they say this is the sword. That's why they tell you that the Bible is the sword of the Lord. The Bible is the sword because it's the words in this book that cuts an individual. Peace.